Y'all, Mo is haunting us from the grave because there's new evidence for Coop. Billy still wants to be principal and Grace ain't having it. And somehow, Mr. Busy Man Spencer has found time to have coffee at Slauson Cafe and kiki with his mama. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All-American video. In this video, we're talking about episode 12. This is the preview, my breakdown of the trailer for episode 12 that we get at the end of the previous episode. And I think this is going to be a really quick breakdown because it's not much happening in this trailer. If you missed it, I did a synopsis breakdown as well, so you can check out the synopsis on the channel if you want to get a little bit more insight or my thoughts around what we can expect from the episode. But the trailer starts off with Coop saying there's been additional evidence found that links me to Mo's murder, and she looks very concerned. It is Coop, Preach, Patience, and Spencer sitting at Slauson Cafe talking about this. And my first thought is, Spencer, why are you here? Why are you here? Yes, you are concerned about Coop. She is alive. She is well. Somebody's coming for her in reference to this investigation, but you cannot do nothing about it. You are hanging by the skin of your chinny chin chin on this team, and you should be focused there. At this point, I don't want Spencer prioritizing anything other than himself, his schooling, and his sports. So why are you here, sir? Sitting here drinking this latte like you got all the time in the world when you could really be reviewing game footage or getting to know your new teammates. I get it, y'all. Spencer has to be interacting with everybody else because that's how we're going to keep the show going, but they're going to have to come to campus. They're going to have to come to his dorm room. He needs to move out of this beach house. This is like day number I don't know what that he is still living in this beach house and he's not on campus, which is given very unrealistic for a freshman collegiate football player. But okay, I'm gonna still be pissed off about it, and I'm gonna bring up pretty much every video, y'all, the fact that Spencer's still living in this beach house because it's a problem. But they're gonna have to visit him on campus, and y'all want him to chime in or hear out whatever y'all got going on, then y'all need to bring it to his dorm room while he's studying his schoolwork or his plays, and y'all need to be having this conversation while he's doing whatever he got to do. He can have like a little kind of an ear, but nothing real serious. Him sitting here popping the squat with y'all to listen to Coop worry about some stuff that she actually put herself in. So what I'm very confused about is like, she seems very concerned if like there's new evidence of reference to Mo's murder, but you said that you did it as self-defense. So regardless if there's evidence that has popped up now that proves that you shot her, you already told the people that you shot her, and you did so in self-defense. So is there new evidence to say that it wasn't self-defense? Because she actually shot you first. So what is this new evidence, and why are we really as concerned as we are? And again, why do we need to have this conversation with Spencer? Y'all need to be talking to Miss Laura Baker. That's who needs to be the one who is catching all of the conversation that you have around this, because she's the one that's going to help you strategize and figure out how to shift the narrative and get out of this. Preach is probably, y'all, going to say, well, I'll just come forward and say that you lied. Then Preach is going back to jail because this will be his third strike. So that is definitely something to raise concern about. However, I'm so over this whole storyline with Mo. I really would like us to be freed from the shackles of this Tyrone and his lineage storyline. Like, I would love to be released from it. It's not giving anymore, and I just want to be released from it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Let me know what you think about this whole Coop thing with the new evidence and the prosecutor trying to, I guess, put somebody away for it. Worst case scenario, Coop goes to jail. This is her first offense, or maybe gets probation for this. Again, I think that the self-defense thing is a very, very strong argument for her side. So I don't necessarily see anything coming of this, but maybe they're going to release some new information in this episode that will really, give us some reason for concern. We did see last episode that Laura was like, it is now time to worry. So maybe it is a reason to be concerned. But I do want to go on and note that Preach, while Coop is saying all this, does not look convinced. He seems like everything is going to be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take his lead, and everything is going to be fine, Coop. Go worry on your own somewhere. From there, we're getting into Billy's storyline, and we get the voiceover of him saying, if there was ever a time that the kids needed me, it would be now. There's some kind of like a art or cultural fest happening on the South Crenshaw campus, and then we see Billy meeting with Grace in his little office, which he didn't move to the principal's office. He kept his coach's office for whatever reason. And this, I believe, is just going to be the real episode where we get to see the battle between Grace and Billy and who's going to be the permanent principal. Grace isn't necessarily convinced that that Billy should be it. Billy is probably going to let her know, like, I moved to Crenshaw, I'm doing X, Y, and Z because I really do want to keep this job. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The only thing that I'm just hoping in the whole process is that they don't villainize Grace. Like when she was talking about Preach last episode and talking about how he was a convict and he has felonies and this and that. I'm like, girl, you have experienced Preach. You know Preach. Like your sons have been around Preach. Coop has been around Preach. Like, you know him. You know that he is not a threat to any of these kids. But I felt like the way that they were talking or had her talking or how it was written, how the dialogue was written, I felt like they were taking out that part of her and just making her like kind of stick to the book and be about this is right, this is wrong. And I don't like that because I definitely think that she could be painted as the villain in that way. So as long as the whole little battle between them doesn't turn out to be a thing that villainizes Grace because she doesn't see it for Billy, then I'm okay with this whole storyline and seeing how this actually plays out. Grace was my number one vote for the principal spot anyway, so I'm not really pressed about Billy hanging on to that spot. But what do y'all think? Would y'all think that Billy would be a better principal or would Grace be a better principal? And by the end of the trailer, we see Spencer back at home talking to his mom and saying that maybe Coach Baker will surprise you. By all means, go home, visit your mama, but also let's go back to campus and get back focused because this is none of your business either, Spencer. When I say prioritize yourself, I really mean prioritize yourself. What they got going on in South Crenshaw has nothing to do with you anymore, sir. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and release. Yeah, y'all, that is my quick breakdown of episode 12's trailer in the episode 12 preview. Let me know your thoughts, theories, and predictions for this episode in the comment section down below. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my All American content to come because I got quite a bit. All right, I'll see you in the next one.